everybody. Thank you very much for the introduction. Thank you very much to John Duckridge, who introduced me to what you guys do and invited me to come and spend a bit of time sharing about Australia's data centre market, and especially the company that I've been working for 7 years now. We were a startup back in 2011, essentially some founders' money and an idea, and now I'm proud to say we're an ASX 200 company. For those of you that do stocks and shares, we've got a current value of about 2 billion, and we're doing revenue across about 800 customers of about 200 million a year. So we're very proud of what we've done. We feel like we're kind of a big deal now, but if you look at the world market and if you do any more investigation after what I've shared, you'll find companies such as Digital Reality Trust, DRT, Equinix. These are some of the global players in Europe. There's a company called Interaction, and they're of the order of 10 or 15 times bigger than us. So we're very proud of what we've done. We do data centers here in Australia, but it's a very, very important foundation to the future of society. And so hopefully, as I take you through what they are and what we do, that'll help. That'll come. You'll get a bit more clarity about why they're talking about more and more important. So just so you have it, the backdrop there is a picture of our second data center in Brisbane. It was Queensland Teachers Union Bank building, built probably in the mid-70s, and they decided to move out. We were looking for a property for our second data center, and we converted it from half office, half retail bank, with a large safe in the middle, which we were desperate to try and keep because it was so cool, but in the end we couldn't fit it in. It also had a whole bunch of wood-panelled offices that you probably only see on Mad Men nowadays, if any of you watch that on Netflix. We had to get rid of those as well, a real shame. But the point is, more and more real estate is being converted to support the greater IT systems that society is relying on more and more, and we try and provide a very strong and firm foundation to those. So, what is a data center? You'll hear the word used in many different conversations, and ultimately it depends on the user's perspective. At the end of the day, it's somewhere that information systems, typically servers, computers, things built by the likes of Dell and many others, and telecommunications hardware, switches, routers, are all put together, whether by one company. Facebook built their own data centers on a massive scale, or lots and lots of different companies who want to share information and move information around between themselves. And in those cases, companies like ours, which are often called co-location providers, build data centers to support many, many different customers housing their IT infrastructure. And our customer list ranges from the likes of Microsoft and Google and Amazon, all the way down, in a non-disrespectful way, to customers who've got very, very small businesses and just need a place to hold one computer or one server. And the general advantage is, for $1,000 a month, you can put your IT infrastructure in a cabinet and get the benefits of being part of someone like IBM or Fujitsu, who would spend hundreds of millions of dollars on housing their large-scale IT infrastructure. You get all those benefits by being in our building and looked after by us. So from our perspective, what is a data center? You can see there a switch room corridor in the back of the data center, where lots of our power generating and conditioning equipment is housed. On the left-hand side, you'll see RUPS. Is there a light on this? Yes, there is. So that's the UPS system that intermediates between the grid. Here in Australia, the grid's pretty good, but it does go down from time to time for lots of different reasons, typically not the ones that the Australian writes about. But we need to make sure that the power gets to the IT infrastructure 24/7 in an extremely pure and clean way, because those are very fragile pieces of equipment. On the right-hand side, it's not so obvious, but those rooms are called TX, transformers. So we take electricity from the grid at a very high voltage, because it's more efficient and we get a better price for it. And then we actually do a lot of the work that the grid would do for a home user inside our data center to control that power. When we do design work, it gets pretty complicated pretty quickly. You can see here, this side of the building is a data hall. And this drawing is showing only half the data hall. So that data hall, when it's fully built, all the way down here, will be 1,100 square meters. And the building we're building in Sydney right now, up in North Ryde, will be 8 stories. On the other side of the building are switch rooms. So in these switch rooms are the things I just mentioned in the picture. Switchboards, all the kind of equipment that you might expect to see, more likely an off-grid site. And then the level above this would be the same from a data center data hall point of view. And these drawings, these are all the racks, and essentially where all our customers' IT equipment go. These are all pathways, either for power or cables that connect these racks to each other, or these racks to racks in other halls within the data center, or in fact to the telecommunications network as it leaves the data center, which is also very important. Above these rooms, interspersed will be generators. So one of the most important things from my perspective about a data center is if the world stops and everything gets cut off, whether it's power or water or access to the site, I have got enough fuel and generation capacity and people at the site to keep it running for a minimum of 24 hours. So the theory really is that certainly in countries as advanced as Australia, things that happen don't tend to happen for longer than 24 hours. And if they do, then you can realize that at a very early stage, and you can reach out to your customers and say, hey, here in Sydney we've had a very major incident. It looks like the power grid is going to be offline for 4 or 5 days. Unfortunately, we're not going to get diesel fuel refuel because there's lots of there's other problems or whatever it is, and I can give notification. And a lot of the large-scale cloud providers actually have plans in place to move, whether they're storing emails or critical business applications for hospitals, move them around. So we're very much part of keeping the society going, and it goes everywhere from storing your photos all the way to running hospital systems, traffic control systems, etc. And our part in the chain as a data center operator is to build the infrastructure that's reliable. So again, just some images there of what we actually build. Some numbers that we talk about. We talk about square meters of space, and that's not the whole building, but it's the rooms that are important. And if this was a data hall that we're in here right now, I'm guessing it's probably about 300 square meters, and you could put about 150 cabinets in here, and each one of those cabinets might be one customer, it might be 4 customers, or in fact all 300 could be one customer as well. Someone like Google or Microsoft would serve that up very quickly. And then on those computers, they would then service all kinds of different applications, as I say, whether it's traffic management for the local city, whether it's storing photos, managing email, Office 365, Google Apps, all those things are sitting somewhere on a physical server, and in many cases, many physical servers. And as we expect more and more reliable services, those and do more. Every time you buy a new phone, your video that you store goes up in definition, and the files become larger, and therefore more of this is required to look after it. And that goes across the board. So that's what we do primarily. We design, build, and operate these buildings to keep large-scale and small-scale IT going under all circumstances. Another word you'll hear a lot in the data center space is hyperscale, and that's where we're really focusing on these very large-scale global operators that are providing increasingly important parts of how we operate as a society. And again, that's the names I've already mentioned, whether it's Google Search, whether it's AWS Web Services hosting most of the websites that you'll go to whether it's buy a book or perform voting in certain countries. All of these applications. Facebook has got lots of different uses, but for me personally, it's the way that I communicate with my family in the UK, and my wife communicates with her family in Brazil, rather than sending photos to everybody and so on. So all of these things are becoming deeply embedded in our society, and the IT is growing, which is great news for a business like XDC, but it's important that people understand where these buildings are housed and so on. So it's a great question, and numbers are bandied about, which I don't have the research to necessarily qualify, but certainly I see numbers of between 0.5 and 5% in Australia, and I don't think that's probably it's somewhere in the middle. So to give you some context, 5 years ago when we started our company, we had plans to build 5 data centers, which we've now built, and they're mostly full. The smallest one was a 2 megawatt data center, and a house will typically draw somewhere in the region of 2 to 3 to 4 kilowatts, depending on whether you've got the oven on and the dryer on, or during the night time it's about half a kilowatt. So you can do the maths there and see that even a 2 megawatt data center is a pretty good number of houses. But that's also a constant draw. So you kind of multiply that by 3 versus what a house would soak up. The larger ones that we built in Sydney and Melbourne, we designed and built to run at 12 megawatts. So 6 times that size. That was 5 years ago. The one I'm building in Sydney that I mentioned earlier right now is at 30 megawatt. And we have pipeline to essentially fill that, as in our customers are grabbing the capacity. They'll probably take 2 or 3 years to fill it, but I would bet if I was to come back here in 3 years' time, that data center will be drawing 20 or 25 megawatts. I need to go a bit quicker here. I'm happy to talk to you offline.
Can you hold the questions until Simon's finished, please?
Yeah. So the hyperscalers, that's what we focus on for the large-scale infrastructure. And there's lots of those. Oracle, IBM, Microsoft Azure. They also need to connect to each other. So one of the things that data center providers are doing, at least locally within the data center and between the data centers, is offering that connectivity. And it's transforming a little bit how the telcos are behaving. So they're focusing, I would say, less on sort of business-to-business connectivity, because that's being sort of commoditized. If you like. My job is to provide a very high-quality commodity product, and they're focusing more on what they're specialized at, which is rolling out ever increasingly powerful mobile networks and so on. So the connectivity piece is really important, so you can move your data and traffic around. And in the end, this is kind of how we view ourselves. On there, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 data centers. 7 are in operation, the 8th is under construction, and the other 3 are in some form of planning and will be operating within the next 2 years. So again, if you looked at that 5 years ago, there would have been no data centers in operation, 5 planned, and since then we've got to where we've got to, and we've been very fortunate. We have hundreds of millions of dollars of shareholder support, and hopefully we're operating a business that they're happy with. Why is it getting more important? The fundamental reason is data is the thing that's increasingly driving the world's economy. So it's not like 30 years ago people didn't look at a question and say, well, what is the answer through the data? It's just now that we're able to gather more and more data, we're able to analyze it in more complex ways and see the answers and then start to automate, whether it's should the air conditioning be high or low in a particular room. You look at discussions around autonomous vehicles, cities, smart cities is a name that word gets bandied about. That's simply put where councils are gathering as much data as they can, whether it's pedestrian volumes via cameras, putting it somewhere and analysing it, and hopefully making more intelligent decisions than they would have done if they didn't use that data. So data is a very, very valuable resource, and my personal view is, as long as the cost continues to go down, and this is the same thing that you'll see with photos and videos, no one will delete it. No one got promoted for deleting a bunch of data. People get fired for deleting the wrong bit of data. You never went to your wife and said, I think it's about time we cleaned up our family photos and got rid of all this stuff because they look a bit the same as those. That never happens, right? So data is very valuable, and it's only going to grow in terms of the scale. People will have heard of various laws of acceleration. A gentleman by the name of Kurzweil sort of laid on top that and said, well, look, what's actually happening is not just that computers are doubling in their capacity every year or 18 months, but that is enabling other things to be figured out quicker, and then we come up with other things that make us go even faster in terms of change. So, whether it's, your iPhone has now replaced your radio. I firmly believe that in the next 5 to 10 years we'll see more and more autonomous cars, and that data will then start to flow, and so you get an acceleration, an exponential acceleration of change, and that's really at the fundament of what's driving the importance of data centers. And the way that we sum that up at the end is we're entering now, or we're in, depending on your perspective, the 4th industrial revolution. So I remember studying deeply how the industrial revolution started in England, just get that in there, in Australia. And then we went through mass production. Over the last 20 years, we've all experienced the benefit and power of computers and automation, and now we're into the point where that is being joined up with physical systems, and more and more and more is being done, whether it's car production lines, silicon production lines, even food production, without the, let's say, day-to-day interference of humans, more oversight, which hopefully will drive positive things and not negative things, but as you know, things always go backwards and forwards. So just a little bit about us. We consider ourselves now to be one of the largest independent data center operators, and that independence is really important. We don't provide any computing power, we don't do any long-distance IT, so we understand that as proud as we are of our physical buildings and power and generation and all our cool engineering stuff, at the end of the day what customers need is solutions, and that's built in many layers on top of that, whether it's the IT hardware, the applications, how they're programmed, how they service customers, whether it's in an office or on the World Wide Web. And we're just simply the foundations of that. So we're very focused on being neutral and essentially enabling anyone to do business in our data centers if they meet some basic criteria, like they can pay their bills and the police don't have to. As I said, growing rapidly from zero to this, within about 2 years' time we'll have all of this, and we are considering going across to Asia. Obviously Australia is a very big part of Asia, and we see that growth is going to grow continuously. And we focus on 3 things: power, as I mentioned; security, I've not talked about too much, but that's very important. You don't want to, whether it's, someone messing with your IT hardware, thinking you should be messing with your neighbour's IT hardware, and then you also get people who want to do bad things on purpose. So our job isn't the logical level, so we're not providing firewalls and DDoS and all those kind of things. We're doing the physical stuff, so we have cameras rolling, we have people at the front of the house who are mainly there to help, because it can get pretty confusing when you show up at the data center. It's like, a hospital where no one actually talks to you. But at the end of the day, those people are really there to make sure, are you supposed to be here? And my system's telling me you should be here, and if so, I can only take you to this room and help you work on that piece of IT infrastructure. And connectivity, as I said, and then that's becoming increasingly important as moving your data around and getting different people to analyze it or present it, is really what enables businesses to succeed as we go forwards. Enabling business transformation. Just 2 more things, I'll flip through that, we talked about that already, I won't boast about that. 2 things really. As we invest all this money, I have to very much focus on, not only do I believe that I think that I'm good and I'm designing things well and I'm building them well, whether it's from a safety perspective or electrical efficiency or cooling efficiency. Cooling's a big deal, we want to use less and less water. We get third parties to come in and certify that we're doing a good job. And that helps us sell, but it also helps me as the custodian of shareholder money make sure that I'm not just drinking my own Kool-Aid here, I'm believing it and hopefully deploying equipment that will be reliable into the future. We look at sustainability, we're trying to do as much as we can to help Australia swing to sustainable power. People talk about green energy and so on. At the end of the day, I look at it as zero input power sources that don't involve huge supply chains, cutting up the ground, moving coal or oil or whatever is all around the world. If we can over time in a controlled way move to power that's generated locally with zero input, then we can solve other problems and not have to move stuff around and dig it out of the ground. We got involved with Melbourne in a group buying there, which we're pretty pleased with. And then finally, we've got to the point now where we're about 220 employees and we're able to invest in taking our part in society very seriously. That's one of the reasons I was very happy to be invited to this. We've also started doing other things within the company. We've signed up with the Smith family to, donated some money for them, and we're working on volunteering with them. We're giving some of our employees time to take off on a paid way to do other volunteering. Again, very conscious that in this day and age, society as a whole is getting more focused, and it should continue to be focused on. Just because you're succeeding as a business doesn't mean you can suck society dry. We want to see you part of the gang and making sure we're doing all the right things in various directions. That's ultimately about affordability, but as we drive more success, hopefully we keep our shareholders happy and our stakeholders happy, which at the end of the day are our employees and everybody in the cities that we live in. So, and that's all I have to say. So a bit of a snapshot, I hope it made sense. Happy to take some questions, I'm going to stick around for a while.